there are two things I don't mess with. I don't play with. When I teach how serious these things are. You're going to find a lot of people who tell you to play with these things. I do not. These two things are channeling and invoking. I don't mess around. And I want to tell you a little bit about why. Okay? If I am purposely calling on something to channel, I am evoking, I am summoning a spirit. Unless you have really clear spiritual vision, unless your energy is just, you're so sensitive to it that you can tell what's coming through, you don't need to play with that. Just because you call on a spirit doesn't mean that it's that spirit that's going to answer. Any spirit can answer. You're opening up to spirit. And let me tell you something. When you do that, let's say you have natural protections up. Let's say you have shields up. Let's say you have cloaks and all that. It can be the most evil entity that you're bringing in, and it can bypass all of your protections because you're holding the door open for it when you summon. I do not summon. I don't suggest even summoning your higher self for the same reason. Are you sure that it's your higher self that's coming through? Have you done so much of your shadow work that there's no trauma, that there's nothing that might skew your ability to see that clearly? Are you so skilled as a spiritualist and in reading energy? Are you a proficient enough seer that you won't be fooled? And the answer for the vast majority of you is no, you're not. You're messing with things you don't understand. I don't play with channeling. I make myself a very open vessel, but I have natural protection. I have all these protections, so many constructs up. I'm not going to get into that right now. So many up, so that only things aligned with my highest and best good made of pure light and love and divinity can come through my filters. They don't have to check in with me. They can come through. See, that's not me summoning them. That's me being open to things that are aligned with me. They must pass through my natural protections. I'm not holding the door open for them. All right. So there are no trickster spirits that are getting past my protections. There is nothing like that. And let me tell you, some of y'all think you're really well protected. And then you come and ask me if I feel it. I don't feel nothing. All right. So make sure that your protections are firm. Your belief is what powers your protections. If you don't trust yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't acknowledge your feelings, your protections are going to be garbage. They're not going to be any good. You're going to get people who encourage you to play with these things. They want you to play with these things so that you will invite something nasty into your vessel. When you are channeling, what you bring in leaves a bit of itself behind and takes a bit of you with it, right? It does. It's not a permanent thing, but it's like, I always feel like a slime or a goo that's on my channel. It makes it easier for similarly yoked spirits to find me. Right? So let's say that I'm playing with something demonic, something evil, something dark, and I'm letting it channel inside of myself for power. Well, it makes it easier for something to find you, whether you invite it or not, that is at that same level. It leaves something. Quantum entanglement, you guys. It leaves something. So I always want to keep my channel as pure as possible. Like, that's important to me. Right? So I'm not messing around with that. I'm not inviting things in. I'm not, like, I have a lot of respect for those spirits, and I have a lot of respect for myself and my vessel. Just anything isn't coming in. You'd be surprised how many people I run into and their channel is run through. And then they don't understand why they're tired, why they're not able to hear spirit clearly anymore, why they feel so drained, why things are going awry in their life, because you're letting things run through you that is magnetizing you to low vibrational, nasty energy. All right. So please, you guys, there are a lot of people out here who will hide in the spiritual community as a helper and a healer, who will encourage you to open yourself up to some really nasty things. Right. But they're not telling you that it's nasty. They want you to do the summoning. They want you to do this invoking. Be very careful. That's why I tell you guys, I've shared one invocation on here. That's why I tell you guys, if you don't trust me, don't do work through.
Your tears is dangerous. See, when you cry, God get mad himself. You don't understand. When your tears hold weight. So when you cry, the whole spiritual realm rumbling. And let me tell you something. When you cry, people don't even be knowing. That's all you need to do. You know when they be talking about return to senders and this and that and all this and that, baby. When you cry, your tears hold weight. In the physical and in the spiritual. Baby. it because they don't even know the danger that they put themselves in when they make you cry. Especially when you anointed. You think them tears don't mean nothing? Oh, baby, them tears is very valued. Very valued. Let me tell you something. Your tears is holy water. Your tears can cast out a demon. That's how strong your motherfucking tears is, bitch. They don't want to play with you. So you might want to tell these bitches to tread the fuck lightly. Because once they start fucking with your feelings, they in a danger mode.
You don't know how to meditate. Stop trying to manifest when you don't know how to meditate. Stop trying to manifest when your ass don't know how to meditate, but I'm going to teach you. The fact that some of y'all learned how to use the 3-6-9 method to manifest before you learned how to use it to meditate is the reason some of y'all's manifestations ain't sticking. When I work with clients, there's 3 reasons why people are not meditating. 1, they think they have to get their mind to be quiet when the goal is actually to learn how to sort through the noise. Number 2, they haven't found a method that works for them, especially if you are neurospicy and don't like writing shit down. And that leads me to number 3, where they're scared they're going to have to be consistent with their meditation every single day for them to be a true spiritualist. You need 3 minutes to be present with your body. You're going to start from the top and go all the way to the bottom. It helps if you treat it like a game of Simon Says because it keeps your conscious mind busy and it allows you to tap into your subconscious mind at the same time, and now they're in sync. So conscious mind is saying, Simon says, check in with our head. Simon says, check in with our jaw. Simon says, check in with our neck. Simon says, check in with our shoulders. But your subconscious is going to pay attention to all of these and give you an evaluation. Okay, our jaw is kind of clenched. Release. We feel tension in our neck and in our shoulders. Release. We're going to maybe do some stretches. There's a flutter in our stomach. There's a tingling sensation in our motherfucking toe. The goal is to be present with your body. Next, you need 6 minutes with the mind. Now, think about the things that you've been thinking about the last couple of days since we repeat most of our thoughts from the previous day before. Now, here, I would normally advise people to write things down, but if you're neurospicy like me and you hate writing shit down, prop up your phone or sit it down somewhere and record yourself talking aloud. Then you can play back the things that you discussed and you won't lose anything. 6 minutes you spend being present within your mind is just to show you the things that are on repeat, to source them. Why do I keep thinking about this thing? It's also a perfect time to implement your shadow work, and I'll post prompts on that later. Last but not least, the most important actually is the 9 minutes that you spend being present within your spirit, and there's so many ways to do this. You can listen to music and maybe even dance. So that's 2 songs with a duration of 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's a lot easier than you think if you look at your playlist. Or maybe you spend 9 minutes planning out an outfit that embodies your essence for the day. The goal is expression and then gratitude of expression.
Truth behind the times of 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. And I'm about to tell you exactly what the fuck be going on at that time. Let's get into it. Basically, during this time, the veil between our realm and the other higher realms of existence is thinnest at this point, right? Everybody's been told that. But did you know that at this point in your time, if you get woken up, it's called the ambrosial hour. And it's actually a huge energetic boost for all of us that naturally we wake up during the night. Sometimes when our soul, aka our higher self, wants us to use this energy to be in the creator mode of this reality. So if you ever played Minecraft, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's actually a great time for you to be in the purgatory. You're not dead, you're not alive, but you're on the other side. Because did you not know, friend, that everything that we're doing is a dream right now? Yes! Even when we go to sleep, we think we're sleeping. We're not sleeping. We're actually just back in our original state of nothingness. And we're without a body, so we're without having a human experience. And we are just experiencing life without this vessel. And that's what happens when we're asleep. But when we wake up during those times, we are still in that state. Because your brain is the map and the gateway to consciousness.
Used to be and how it's going to be pretty soon. Yeah, we doing it, exposing Avatar. Because it definitely was a documentary on how this planet actually used to be and the people. In this land, they found so many new organisms, beings, trees, all types of advanced psychological things happening on this planet. Mainly because they wanted to colonize and obtain resources that would make them rich. Sound familiar? In the movie, there were these beings called the Navi people. Their bodies were so advanced and connected to the earth, and they seemed to have dressed to African clothing. Now, the Navi people were very, very tall, and so was nature. All the trees, everything was literally lit. There's the same thing about giants on Earth, 8 to 10 feet people living and walking around in the past. Taller than the regular humans. Because who was these steps for? I'm not just making this up. Also in the movie, there were big, tall, giant trees. You know, on Earth, the mountains that look like they cut off trees. Now, in this movie, they was willing to do whatever, knocking down sacred trees, doing all types of things that hurt the planet and the Earth and everything that was connected to it. Sound familiar? Now, all around the planet, there are these tall people on the walls, and they call them gods and giants and all types of things. What if all of these advanced beings who are called gods in different religions were just highly advanced beings in the past? And in the past, these people who are seeing them call them gods. I mean, who knows what our DNA is capable of? So these humans want what these highly intelligent beings have. So they invaded and took advantage of the peace that we had. AKA Native Americans, Africans, Egyptians, all that. Same thing that they did to the Navi people in the movie. So much bad, sad, negative things happening on this planet to where it can't even be its full potential because it's trying to clean itself up. Prime example, while we're alive, we take so much resources from the earth. And then when we die, we put ourselves in coffins, unaccessed to the earth or the soil. In the movie Avatar, they literally bury their bodies to give back to the earth. But we don't even do that. Let's really try to understand what this movie meant and what we're capable of.
Somebody is in regret mode when it come to you. And this is for a specific group of people when I say this. You, without even realizing it, got somebody rethinking their whole life choices and existence. Because you finally freed yourself from them, cut ties from them, and fully let them go. Now, this person over there definitely receiving their karma, as they should. But this person over here on edge, they reevaluating everything that they said to you, did to you, didn't do for you. Because now they over here like, oh my God. Because it's one thing after another that they are going through. They shouldn't have messed with you because you was divinely protected and highly favored, baby. We always get the last ha. But anyway, moral of the story, ain't no need for no get back. Because karma don't miss nobody. See you later.
So repeat what you said. You said your dead family members, they're the one that's guiding you through this life.
Them is who guiding you on. Right now, them is who guiding you. You're not going to goddamn with me. It's like the brother, when I see him cross on the board, and I tell my homeboy, I say, yo man, the man say, if me and you stay up in this fucking thing, I'm going to fuck both of we up.
Well, so I want you to repeat that. You said that you was in where?
Fourth already.
And you was with your friend?
Yeah.
And his girlfriend?
No, just my friend.
Right, and
his kids.
And his kids?
Yeah.
And you went into the house, and then what did you see on the wall?
A man walking on the fucking wall, a white man walking on the wall.
And what did he say to you?
If I stay in the goddamn house, he fucking me up. I ain't fucking staying there. I stayed outside.
So at what age were you able to see a spiritual world?
At age about, I was already in the fucking 20s. About like maybe 25, 26. So, but I'm kind of gifted, you know.
Yeah, you are gifted. That's a gift.
Spirituality. I believe there's a God, but I do not believe in any religion whatsoever because I believe religion is dogma, and that religion is all about divide and conquer, and it robs you from being who you truly are, understanding the power is already inside of you. Instead of that, you rely on outside sources, and you keep begging and hoping and wishing and relinquishing your power to outside versus going inside and realizing the true power that's already inside of you. So what control the atmosphere and control the elements you're speaking, your power to actually speak is what controls and shapes the world around us. And so when you begin to speak these things unknowingly, you've been deceived. And so, you know, even saying amen, you're saying amen because Amun Ra ordered everyone give thanks to him for everything that exists at the end of every prayer. Well, you're saying thanks to one of the most brutal ruling killers that ever ruled on this planet, who actually started a war just to take over kingship early so that he can rule.